Welcome to how to make a digital story using the program Audacity along with Adobe Premiere Pro. My name is Chase Haben. I made this digital story by recording my voice using Audacity as I read the story The Flat Man, and then I added some sound effects as they related to the plot of the story. I then took all the audio files that I compiled and I exported them into one single audio file, took that audio file into Premiere Pro, and then added some pictures in of the book that I took with a digital camera. Then I made a final movie and exported that using Adobe Premiere Pro. Now I'm just going to show you some of the basic things that I used in Audacity and Adobe Premiere Pro in the making of my digital story. As I said before, I had to begin by recording my voice as I read The Flat Man. I did this right in Audacity by pressing this record button and then reading the words of the story. I'll demonstrate this by reading from the first page of the book The Flat Man. At night when it is dark, and I am in bed, and I can't get to sleep, I hear noises. Then all you do is press the space bar to stop. Now I will replay what I just recorded. At night when it is dark, and I am in bed, and I can't get to sleep, I hear noises. Then all you do is press the space bar to stop. And that probably might seem a little quiet, as I found out when I was doing my work. And so to make that a little bit louder, all you have to do is drag this gain button over as far as you want. You can also move it the other way to quiet it. Let's play that one more time. At night when it is dark, and I am in bed, and I can't get to sleep, I hear noises. Then all you do is press the space bar to stop. Now that might kind of seem like bad quality, but that's just because you're watching a recording of a recording, or rather listening to a recording of a recording. Now, as I obviously had to have more than one recording, all you have to do is just hit the recording button again and the program takes care of the work for you. At night when it is dark, and I'm in bed, and I can't get to sleep, it's playing over noises. The other audio, then which sucks, and I didn't plan for that. So yeah, I ran into that problem as well, where when I was recording, I found out that the other recordings were playing as I was recording. So in order to fix that, I had to just press this mute button. Now let's make one more recording. This recording should be much better, but it's not because I forgot to mute the other one. Let's try one more time. Forgot to mute this one now. See how it gets a little bit silly? Let's try just one more time. This one should be just fine. Alright, now let's take a listen. This one should be just fine. Now, as these other ones really aren't much use because they're mistakes, all you have to do is press this X button right here to get rid of them. And now I kind of want to unmute this one. And now to run, so now I'll say that I wanted to make it so that this one came after this one. I can do that in multiple ways. First, you have to come up here and press this button here, which is your time shift tool. And then you can just drag the audio files. Now you can either line it up with your other audio files in your different audio tracks, or you can combine the two audio files in a single audio track. I use the former for my project. Now, say that you have a little extra space in your audio clips that don't actually have any noise in them and you just want to get rid of them. It's easy to do this. Just make sure you have your selection tool selected and then just click and drag any of the space you don't want and press the delete key. And then always make sure to use your selection tool to move back your clips into the proper position when you're done. Now, I added some sound effects as I thought they were needed throughout the book The Flat Man. And to do this, I just used a variety of websites such as soundbible.com, and then I just typed in things like door open. And then I picked the one that I needed, and I believe I actually used this one towards the end of my digital story. But then I also recorded one of them myself and used it just the same way that I made these audio clips. And I believe if you watch the digital story, it will be the tapping sound of the window by the flat man's bony fingers. Now, to get a sound effect, you just go to the website, and in this instance, click the sound file, and there you hear a preview of the sound. And I used all MP3 files. If you want to use WAV or WAV files, that's your choice. All you do is click it, save the file, and then in your downloads, you just take it and drag it on over into Audacity. And in this case, this one. Come on. You can do it. There you go. And then you drop it in. And it'll drop the sound file at the bottom of all of your audio tracks. Now, just the same way as before, you can move the sound effect to your desired area. And now let's see how it sounds. And I can't get to sleep. I hear noises. Then all you do is press the space bar to stop. This one should be just fine. Now I've successfully added a sound effect to my other audio files. Now you can also move your audio tracks around because sometimes you need to, such as when you are adding in sound clips, as they will put them at the very bottom of all of your tracks. The program will by default. So to do this, you simply make sure you have the track you want selected and then just drag it where you want it. Sometimes a little finicky. There we go. In order to duplicate one of your audio clips, simply make sure you have your selection tool selected and then drag over all of the clip that you want to copy. Simply press Command C, right click, never mind, you can't right click. Simply press Command V. Now you have an audio clip duplicated. Now that we've done everything we need to in Audacity, we can export our completed audio file by going to File, Export, and then choose where you want it. I'm just going to leave it as desktop, and I'm going to leave it as a WAV file. I'm going to name it Silliness, and then just click Save. Then this is a warning, which I'm not sure I completely understand, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. So click OK. And OK again. Hooray! Now that we're all done in Audacity, we can move over to Adobe Premiere Pro. Here, I brought in my completed audio file right there by simply dragging it into this area. And then I took a bunch of pictures of all of the colored illustrations and words of the book, and then I dragged them into this area right here. I brought in my audio file, as well as a little extra bit of audio file that I had in here. I dragged in all of my colored pictures, and then I listened to the audio clip and dragged out the length of the picture so that it would be the same length as the page that I had read. I also added in some page turning effects in between each of the pictures of pages. And I did that by going up to Effects, going to Video Transitions, then going down to Page Reel, and then choosing Page Turn and dragging it over in between the two pictures. And lastly, I exported my completed project by going to File, Export. I'll make sure that this is selected, then go to File, Export Media, and then you can change this as you want it. I used H.264 because that's pretty good quality, and then I clicked Q, and it'll bring up another program called Adobe Media Encoder. And then all you have to do is hit this play button here to start exporting your project. I'm not going to do it since I've already done it. And that's about it. If you want a little more information about how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, I have another tutorial on my channel. That does it for this tutorial on how to create a digital story. Once again, I am Chase Hobbin, and thank you very kindly. Toodaloo.